The Buffalo Sabres have one more conference final win than the Carolina Hurricanes do since the year 2006. And for any Canadians listening that voted for the Liberals 4 weeks ago that have half a brain cell to rub together, I want to remind you that 2 wins is more than 1. Therefore, Carolina has 1 less win than the Buffalo Sabres, for those keeping track at home.
And look, that's a great stat, but the Liberals, I believe, have now 4 wins in a row.
Yep.
Just for the record. Throwing it out there. Not saying I'm happy about it, but they got 4 in a row.
We have voicemails. Do you want to get to them?
Right now? Yeah, you don't want to talk about the whole handshake thing? Speaking of Rod Brendamore and the Carolina Hurricanes?
Go for it. We'll go to the voicemails.
And this kind of, again, goes to... I'm going to be frank with you. I'm going to be honest. It absolutely drives me crazy that not only did the Winnipeg Jets have to watch Dustin Byfuglien walk out of the organization and leave that locker room, they let Paul Maurice walk out of that locker room. I can't think of another coach that walks out towards the tail end of the season and says, and didn't burn the bridge, did not burn the bridge on the way out, said, that team, I love that team, but that team needs a new voice for success. My voice is not cutting through the clutter here. And to be able to recognize that, you know what I mean? Like, and the fact that the owners and management understood and had enough respect for him to go, you're right, something's got to change here, and it needs to be a group change. The fact that Paul Maurice went to Florida, made the finals in his first year, lost to Vegas, won last year against the Edmonton Oilers. There was a lot of hubbubaloo. There could have been a big dust up in the media room, and the headlines could have ran with it. Paul Maurice, not only does he manage the locker room well, he manages the media well, really well. And he's not just dealing with the Florida media. He's dealing with the National Hockey League media in the playoffs. So he's dealing with all of them. And they said, hey, saw that you and Rod Brendamore had quite the conversation there after Game 5, after you won. What was going on there? And Paul Maurice just basically wrapped that room around his finger and said, yeah, let me explain it to you. I've never understood why coaches and training staff and all the other people go out and shake hands. Here are a bunch of guys that just fought tooth and nail. Like, they're not sending Christmas cards to each other. They just fought tooth and nail, and they're man enough to go out there at center ice and shake hands. One team season's done. The other one's excited, and they go out there, and they're on even keel, and they shake hands, and they look each other in the eye. Why does a bunch of guys in tracksuits who nobody knows who they are have to go out and shake hands? And he actually equated it to, I'm pretty sure when the cameras are on, some coach way back in the day thought, I want to shake Wayne Gretzky's hand. And that's probably how it started. And he went over and he talked to Berube about it. And he convinced Berube in Toronto, saying, hey, don't shake the players' hands, and he agreed to it. And he goes, Brendamore and Berube both played, so they get it. And he says, I understand what Paul Maurice is saying. That shouldn't happen. Should be between the players. Coaching staff can go and have their own little handshake line. That's cool, but that should be for the players. And the way he handled it, the whole media kind of went, yeah, you're right. You're right, Paul. Yeah. And that was it. It was done. It was done. And that is even more evidence that Paul Maurice has the edge in these finals.
Hey, if you enjoyed what you just saw, we do new clips every single day, twice a day on the Clips channel. You see clips right here. And beside Dave's crotch, we have a full-length show every single Sunday, right by my hand.
Click right here.